Hey family, it's time for another garden tour. Week 2. Let's get some updates and show you what else is going on. So I'm actually trying to beat the rain on this one. My daughter told me not to go outside without drinking my smoothie, so I'm bringing it with me. And we are going to not rush through this, but this is going to be mostly updates. And I realized that there were some things that I did not show you guys that hopefully I won't forget again, and I'll show you guys this time. And so we're actually going to start in the front garden because I realized in the last tour I started late. It was getting dark. You guys couldn't tell that it was getting dark, but it was. So I didn't go really in depth on everything that was going on here. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I'm going to do this time. So up here in this garden bed, there are 7 varieties of cherry tomatoes and 21 plants in total. And I'm pretty sure almost all of them have fruit on them by now. So we're just going to check them out and see how they're doing. So our first little tomato trio here, these are the Tigerella tomatoes. And these were sent to me from Jermaine over at My Swiss Garden blog. They came all the way from Switzerland. I couldn't even read the package, y'all, but if you know how to grow a tomato, you know how to grow a tomato. And so every single plant has tomatoes on it, and I'll bring you guys in closer. You can see the stripes coming in. They're really cool. And so here we have the black cherry tomatoes. These 2 plants here. This is a marigold. This is a golden beet. These are my companion plants. And these were actually transplanted. So yeah, both of these have tomatoes on them. And now these 3 ladies here, these are the Cascade Blue variety. These are like a saladette size. And you can see that pretty blue hue there. And we have more companion plants. That's a weed. You don't belong here. And these guys need some water. Actually, you can see the leaves are curling a little bit, but we're about to get some rain, so they'll be okay. I got another beet growing in here. I can't wait to harvest these guys. Right next door to the Cascade Blues, we have the Champagne Bubbles, which I absolutely love. And last year, my daughter and I did a live cherry tomato taste testing. And since we have some new varieties, sorry y'all, I'm pulling weeds. Since we have some new varieties, not these Champagne Bubbles, these we love. Yeah, we'll do another one because the Tigerella is new. We had the black cherry and we also had the Cascade Blue last year. Let me see, what else is new? Let's keep going. Oh my goodness. So I just got a new job and I haven't really been able to be in the garden like this. Wow, look at all those tomatoes. These are the yellow pear. There's 4 yellow pear plants here. And wow, like they are really doing their thing. This is amazing. So this one is new for me growing. Last year they actually volunteered in the compost. And you can see they have this like this teardrop like shape, like a pear. I do love these, but this is my first time purposely growing them. I have tasted them. I was gifted some, and then I guess I threw some in the compost and they volunteered last season. But just wow. Whether you're watching or not, your plants are gonna do something. They're gonna do something. This variety here, these 4 plants, this is the Tropical Sunset. This one is new to my garden. And we do have some fruit. And then last but not least, we have the Purple Bumblebees. This one is also new. People have been raving about them. They like the flavor, they like the color. That's a pretty little beet growing there. So I'm excited about these too. These are all of the cherry tomato varieties that I'm growing on purpose. There are a lot of volunteers in the back garden. It's super exciting. I'm finally getting some broccoli. see, focus. Focus, please. Yes. We're finally getting some broccoli up here. Still no cauliflower. As you can see, we've had some pest pressure, but it's not a big deal. I have a video coming out soon about how I deal with pest pressure, and some of you may agree, some of you may not. We shall see. Let's see back here. I don't see any broccoli yet. No cauliflower. The kale is doing amazing. No broccoli in that one yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Grapes are coming in really, really nicely. Very excited for these pears. This pear tree was here when we got here. I just wish I knew what variety. Any of you fruit tree experts out there recognize the growing these pears? Any of you guys recognize these pears? Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What variety you think they are. Okay, wait, so you guys remember when I planted the Pollinator Paradise Garden, right? And it had the celosia plumes. And I said I don't want to put them back there. I want to put them in pots and grow them in the front. Yeah, they growing. Watch this. Check out my babies. Ooh. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Yeah, I grew these from seed and they are doing really well. They've been getting beaten up in this spot though by the rain because it comes down really hard. So I am going to move these. I'm thinking about changing my front porch garden a little bit, and I'll show you guys that in a later video. But look at that. Look at that, y'all. The plumes, the actual plumes are coming in. In the past, I never really grew flowers like that. I would just buy them. But as I got better and better at growing vegetables, I'm like, I don't have to pay $15 for flowers that I can grow from seed. Yeah, it might take a little longer. There'll be some trial and error. Next year, I think I'll be sowing flower seeds even faster, or even sooner rather, than I sow some herb seeds, because some flowers do take a long time to bloom. And so I'm starting to feel some drops here, y'all, but here we go. We are back into the backyard garden. And speaking of the Pollinator Paradise, check out my babies. The Plains Coreopsis have opened up, another flower that I grew from seed. I'm so excited. There's more. There's some more here. And there's some more over there. And you can see the amaranth is really starting to shoot up. Very excited. I've had some bachelor buttons here. You can see over there. Where is it? There's a poppy. And there'll be more. Like the poppy blooms, they come and they go. But look at this. This is such a stunning flower. Go ahead and try growing flowers from seed outside of your zinnias and your cosmos. The same flowers that you pay for in the grocery store or at your big box stores, you can grow them yourself. You really can. Bee balm is killing it. It's killing it. Now I do have a little bit of an issue with this bed here. I feel like this bed is missing some nutrients. So I am going to be fertilizing with that compost tea soon. Compost tea that we made. As you can see, like this stuff here should be a lot taller. So I'm definitely going to have to add some nutrients back to this bed. The only thing that is not being bothered here is that bee balm and this sunflower. So yeah, we're gonna get things fertilized in here. Remember the last time I told you I was having issues with squirrels? Oh look, they ate the entire avocado tree that was here. It's gone. It's gone. So I have this one and this one left, which is really beautiful. And I have a few that need to be potted up as well. But one thing that I am excited about is my turmeric. It's up. The turmeric is up. So you got some growth there. and some growth there. So that's very exciting. Last year I harvested my turmeric in December. So I think I'm probably about 3 weeks behind the growth that I had last year. But I also started these a few weeks later. So we'll see. I have the greenhouses now, and I'll do my best to keep them warm enough for me to mature and get another harvest. And this is the same pot that I grew my turmeric in last season too. And something else that I was not able to grow last season because we had too much moisture, and it got really wet and rotted. Hold on, I'm gonna find it, y'all. I'm gonna find it. Y'all gonna see what this is. Hold on. There's a sprout in here. There is a sprout in here. Don't call. Look at that. That's ginger. That is ginger. If y'all remember, I talked about how my ginger rotted last year because there was so much rain. And look, you can see. There's the ginger. But there it is. It sprouted. So I will be growing ginger. And speaking of ginger, check out the growth of my pine cone ginger lily. There's 2 sprouts there. And then in here, you can see there and there. But something dug up the piece that was here. So there was a sprout. There's a sprout missing, but hopefully it'll get rained back in and reroot and start growing again. The squirrels have been extremely disrespectful, almost as disrespectful as these trucks while I'm trying to record this video, but it is what it is. So really quick, let me show you guys. There was a flower that I couldn't tell what it was because it came from a wildflower mix, and now I see it bloom. It was a black-eyed Susan. Look at that. And it's already about to give me more blooms, and it has more branches out here. The sunflowers in this area are really starting to pop, especially the ones on this side. Oh, what's that? What's that you say? Oh, back there? Those tassels? Oh, that's my corn, y'all. Hold on. And look at this. You guys see those? See this? The disrespect. The disrespect. Come here. Come here. Look at that. Where are you? Sick of them. Sick of them. Mess with my corn. Tasseling. You okay, baby? You okay? It's gonna be all right. This corn here is the early sun glow corn. It's only a 60 some odd day variety. So I'm not surprised that it's tasseling at all. It's supposed to get at least 4 feet tall. I don't think it hit 4 feet, but we'll see what comes of it. Look at that. Ooh, did y'all see all that pollen? Now, I don't see any silks yet, but they are coming. They are coming. The peppers are doing extremely well. Those are the cayennes that I thought was going to be a bell pepper plant. Doing really well. They're growing a lot better. I did pinch the tops, as well as I did a really aggressive weeding. As you can see, the weeds are coming back. So I'll do another weeding when I have time in a few days. But they're growing. The color is back on them, looking nicely. I mean, those weeds and everything else were really draining their nutrients, but they look so much better now. These bean plants are doing amazing. I just did a harvest yesterday, so I don't expect a lot of beans, but yesterday's harvest was huge. And see, oh, well, we got a few nice sized ones in here. You can see there. Oh yeah, see these beans, you never know. They just keep coming, and the more you harvest, the more they come. And it's truly a blessing. Let's see, we got more peppers in here. And I got some carrots in here. These are the Parisian carrots. I want to just see how they're doing. got a little something going on, but not too much. I'll let them grow a little while longer. Now in here I have a couple of cucumber plants, and I also have some beans growing up here, some rattlesnake beans. The cucumbers are starting to get flowers, so hopefully we'll have some cucumbers soon. I've learned to be a lot more patient because once they come nonstop. So being that I just started working a full-time job, my time is not completely my own. I don't have as much time in the garden anymore. I'm fine with things taking just a little bit longer because I want to enjoy my garden. I don't want to be overwhelmed. So the cucumbers will come. They'll come. Okay, now look at this. I have a female straight neck squash here. I have a male, but the flower is closed. But we're gonna fix that. Now, I'm not sure how long this flower has been closed for, but there's still a lot of pollen in there. You can see. So, look at that. That's a lot of pollen on there. I am going to go ahead, bring this baby. I'm gonna show you guys. Let's see, I can get y'all a good angle. Let's see. Bow, chicka, bow, bow, chicka, bow, bow, chicka, bow, bow, chicka, bow. And something that I often do is kind of like just leave it in there. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just leave it in there. We're gonna give them some privacy. Y'all play nice. Y'all play nice. Make the babies. And over here, this is the April squash that I pollinated for you guys. You guys saw that short recently. Look at that. Last year I tried to grow these, but I planted them too late. And I'm so glad to be getting one this year. Or a few. I don't see any more females on here, but I'll start with one. This is the same variety here, the April squash, and all male flowers for now. You see in there? That's okay. The ladies will come to the yard. My potatoes are growing out of control. These are the potatoes that sprouted on my counter that forced me to put them in a pot, or in grow bags rather. I actually do need to hill them up. You can see I have all this space left still. And this one is getting ready to flower. What I'm gonna do is hill these up and let them keep growing. They wanted to be here, so here they is. I have some zinnias here getting ready to bloom. The zinnia is hanging out. Is that bird poop? So rude. It's hanging out with some okra that's also getting ready to flower. You can see there. I got some peas here that are looking really good. My, how this corn has grown. Okay, hold on y'all. Check this out. I am 5'4". And my corn is growing. This is the glass gem popcorn, but it's nice to see it getting so tall and healthy. Here is the bed that makes me smile. All this borage, I'm so behind on collecting borage, and I know that seeds are just dropping. I need to harvest because this goes in my sleepy time tea blend. It's also really good in salads, but I need to start drying because the herbs are booming now, but once the other veggies come in, they kind of get pushed to the side. So if you're waiting on like your fruit, focus on your herbs and your flowers. Get them under control. Because once those cucumbers and tomatoes and everything start popping, whew. So this area over here, I did some really, really aggressive weeding. As you can see, last time it was a hot mess. Excuse me, mustard green seeds. But yeah, I cleaned this baby up because it was too much. And now again, these guys have shot up. They're looking really good. This is more broccoli. More cauliflower. This is my pink celery. I'll be harvesting this soon. I have to. I absolutely have to. I gotta try it. I have to try it. Celery takes a long time to grow. I started the celery from seed. Look at that. Look how beautiful. So beautiful. And then the cucumbers are back here cucumbering, as you can see. And the magnolia peas, they look like they're starting to die back, but they're giving off new peas at the same time. These are so good. So yummy. These are coming out a little different. And then these fat ones here, I'm saving for seed. Really yummy. Oh, that was really sweet. And then here, I have some feathered frills kale that I'm like going to seed. And these seed pods are edible too. The seed pods will taste, I'm still chewing the peas, nice and crisp and crunchy. The seed pods will taste just like whatever plant it's growing from. So this is the feathered frills kale. And it tastes like kale. It tastes like greens. So yummy. Okay, let's taste the mustard greens. So these are the purple mustard greens. I'm gonna taste one of these pods, y'all. I wonder if it's gonna be spicy. Take one of these. Spicy. Ooh. Very mustardy flavor. But damn, I think I might use that in a vinaigrette. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm getting some ideas here. Wow. And here, I told you guys about the popcorn. I only got a few of them. But in between all those spaces, I just threw in some lima beans. So they'll be up eventually. Those black bags there were resting on top of the weed fabric, but I moved them so that my mashed potato winter squash plants would have all this room in here to kind of just grow and do what they do. The mashed potato squash is a winter squash, which means you grow it in the summer, you store it in the winter, and they call it the mashed potato squash because they actually have like the same consistency once you cook them to make a really good mashed potato dish. So here, the tomatillas, they're doing really, really well. Grew these from seed. Last year, my tomatilla seedlings didn't survive, so I ended up ordering starter plants from Etsy, and I did get great tomatilla harvests. You do need 2 tomatilla plants for them to pollinate. They don't self-pollinate like tomatoes. So here I have another one, and it's doing great as well. And then in between, there are beans and tomato plants. So we're gonna have our aroma soon in here. And then over here are the pink ox hearts. And we just harvested the beans from over there yesterday. Over here with these zinnias, I have my okra. And I did get my first okra blossom the other day. And I do have my first little okra coming. Very excited about that. And then last but not least, we have the green stalks. Here, I did harvest my purple broccoli, one of them. Got some Swiss chard in there. Peppers. All these peppers are either Tabasco, Thai, or habanero. I chose like smaller pepper varieties to grow in here. The sunflower. Look, look, look. You see it? Another one. These beetles are out of control. Get out. Get out. Smash. These Japanese beetles. Out of control. Got my California poppies. They are loving this green stalk. I'll have more broccoli and stuff growing soon. As you can see, these are tomato volunteers. And I'm not sure which tomato it is yet, but we shall see. My Cherie stalk is cranking out beans like you wouldn't believe. I mean, just wow, beans everywhere. There's the carrot pointer, y'all. I feel like from now on I have to do all these tours with the carrot the carrot pointer. Yeah, the green stalks are doing great. Doing really, really great. And these mini ones are doing really well too. The only thing is I do need to go ahead and get these spinach seeds. Spinach seeds, you see them on here, and actually it's starting to rain, so I'm going to get them now as soon as I cut off this camera so they don't get wet again. Well, that is the end of the week 2 summer garden hood tour. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Remember to follow me on other social media. That's TikTok, that's Instagram. Join my Facebook group, Urban Girl Gardening. Urban Girl Gardening is the handle on all of them. Shoot me an email at theurbangirlgardening@gmail.com if you have any questions, requests, collabs, sponsors. I'm just saying. Thank you guys so much for being here. Learn with me, grow with me. I love y'all. For real. Bye.